Hello, hello, kindergartners. I'm glad to be with you today. Let's start out, as always, by reading our morning message together. Here we go. Starting with a TH, the th sound. It's Thursday, April 23, so we say 23rd, 2020. Good morning to you. Your kindergarten jobs today are 1. Letterland with Mrs. K. Ooh, another word family video I think is coming at you today. 2. Writing with Mrs. Rose with that new persuasive writing unit. 3. Art activity posted on Seesaw Class app from Mrs. Gruber. 4, as always, read for 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the bare minimum. Reading every single day, or your parents reading to you, is the single most important thing you can do to be ready for first grade. Please, if you don't do anything at all every day, please read or be read to, okay? Today, you choose what to send me, okay? You can choose Letterland, writing, tell me something that you've read today. If you're working on your snap words, show me that. If you're working more on coins, show me that. It's up to you and your parents, okay? Love, Mrs. Feldkamp. Featured student time, my favorite part. Shout out goes to a girl who starts with an O. I know what you're thinking. Mrs. Feldkamp, didn't we already do a girl that starts with an O? But we have 2 O girls in our class. And they have the same name, don't they? So we did Olivia Y already. Olivia Yang. Now it's time for Olivia W. Olivia Walker, you are up. Shout out to you. How are you doing? I see your magnificent work. I know you must be working hard at school every single day. I love what you've been sending me. Doing great work at home. Miss you in class. Here we go. We are writing an O for Olivia, capital O, followed by a lowercase l. Lowercase l is a tall letter still, even though it's lowercase, isn't it? And our I's, a line and a dot. V, another I, and an A. We'll leave a space and make W. That stands for the first letter of her last name. Okay, so we are just counting Olivia's first name, though. We just put W there just to remind ourselves which Olivia we are shouting out to today. Boys and girls, we're counting up the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Count them with me. O is 1. I is 2. Another I is 3. And A is 4. That is 4 vowels. Down, slide to the right and cut it in half. That's how you write the number 4. I'm making my plus sign for adding more. We're counting up the consonants now, and there's only L and V. 4 plus 2. Ooh, I hope you know what those numbers, those partners add up to. We worked on it quite a bit in our math stations earlier this year. There's 4 and 2 more. 1, 2 more. How many fingers am I holding up? 6 for the 6 letters in Olivia's name. And there's my 6. All right, Olivia, it was sure fun doing your name today. We are going to go on to our calendar now. Okay, kindergarten students, help me do your best to fill in our calendar for today. Today is April 23rd, so we need to write the number 23 in the calendar square. I'm going to do that by writing a 2 for 20 and 3 for the leftover ones. Okay, time to drag our pattern piece. Yesterday we did chick, so we're going to need what comes after chick? Egg today. And I'm dragging it right over there. What comes next? Of course, it's dragging our arrows over to the next day. In kindergarten, I would always go zip, zap, zop, right? Where's yesterday pointing? To the day of the week that starts with W. Was 1 day ago. Point backwards, that already happened. Yesterday was Wednesday. Right here, right now, today is Thursday, which means tomorrow will be Friday. My goodness, wasn't yesterday just a gorgeous day? I think I even got a little sunburn on my face from being outside so much yesterday, so we need to put sunny. It was beautiful, and the temperature got up to 64 degrees. 60s, the numbers in the 60s start with a 6. That means 6 groups of 10, 4 extra ones. So 64 will be in between 60 and 70. Let's slide our mercury up. 0, 10, 20. Are you counting along with me? 30, 40, 50, 60. Now we're going to count by 2. 62, 64. Oh my, it looks like we're finally out of the cold and cool, and we made our way into the warm. It did feel a little warm yesterday, didn't it? We are going to tally now the days we've had in the month of April. We left off yesterday with 22. One more than 22 is 23. I'm adding another tally. Count by 5s and then switch to 1s. Please do it out loud with me. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's go ahead and erase this 22 from yesterday. I only need to erase the 2, don't I? And I'll fill it in with a 3. So we keep those 2 groups of 10 and we add the 3 for 3 ones. Boys and girls, I added a bigger number here to our number dice to challenge you a little bit for our adding practice. I made 11. And we really hadn't worked on facts bigger than 10 in class, so this will be a challenge for you at home to talk about with your families. Here's what an easy way to make an 11 or any number would be just to do 0 plus the same number, right? If you have nothing and you add all 11, you're ending up with 11 still. I'm going to make 11 one more way to remind you of something. Teen numbers 11 through 19, okay, they all have a 10 in them. 11 is a 10, and how many extra ones? Only 1. So 10 plus 1 more is 11. I hope that got your thinking sparked. Use a piece of scratch paper, draw some lines or dots, and see if you can come up with some more partners of 11. Yesterday in math, you worked on counting coins with Mrs. Coleman, and we learned that to count dimes, which are worth 10 cents, it's very important to know how to count by tens, and I know most of you know how to do that, so let's do these purple numbers that all end in 0 together. Flash your 10 fingers while you do it. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Do you remember from Mrs. Coleman's lesson what coin you count by 5s? It's the coin that's worth 5 cents. That coin is called a nickel. So it's also very, very important to know how to count by 5s to be able to count up your coins. Let's pretend we're counting nickels now and count by 5s. We are going to go all the way to 100 today, just to 100. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Nice work. Since yesterday you were introduced to coins by Mrs. Coleman, of course, I wanted to share with you a coin chant that my class and I do every single year in kindergarten, and I would usually have you putting it in your poetry notebook. I'll teach it to you today and then we'll practice it a few more days here. So the first coin you see here that's copper brown is the penny. Pennies are worth 1 cent. So this is the little chant for a penny. It goes like this. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. Easily spent because 1 cent doesn't pay for much, does it? All right, now the coin that's worth the next most amount of money, 5 cents, we know is called the nickel. This is the chant for nickel. It goes like this. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents. I know that. Did you notice yesterday when you were exploring coins that nickels are a little bit thicker? Okay, dimes are very small and thin, so you'll see the word thin in the dimes chant. This is the dime chant. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. A dime is worth 10 cents. Lastly, Mrs. Coleman, I don't think covered quarters, but quarters are the biggest coin that are in circulation. If you are a coin collector, maybe you have some half dollars or some silver dollars, but quarters are the biggest coin that most people work with all the time. Okay? So quarter, oh, I see the QU at the beginning of the word quarter, saying the qu sound. It goes like this. Quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I've been told. Let's put it all together. Here we go, starting from the top. See if you can remember a few of the words today and do it with me. Ready? Penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents, I know that. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. Quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I've been told. Kindergartners, the last thing I want to do today is practice counting some coins and see how you're doing with that. So let's do it along with me. I will unveil my first set of coins. Are you ready? Dun dun dun! 3 pennies. Remember, pennies are worth 1, so we just get to count these regularly by ones. So how many cents are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 cents, easy as pie. 3 cents is written like this, 3, and then the cent sign is a C with a line through it. Ugh, that was kind of sloppy. Forgive me. All right, ready to see the next one? Is it pennies again? Ooh, no, it's not. It's something silver. What is that one? It looks thick and fat. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. It's a nickel. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. So what are we going to write next to the nickel? This bad boy is worth 5 cents. Are you noticing some of the presidents we've learned about on the coins? There's Abe Lincoln. Here's Thomas Jefferson. All right, next one. What's it going to be? Is it copper? No, silver colored. More nickels. See how they're the same? So we have to count these by 5. Here we go. 5, 10. 2 nickels is 10 cents because we were counting them by 5. So I need to write a 10 and the cent sign. C with a line through it. Last one. Let's see if you can do it with me. Ooh, a big old group of pennies. I grouped them in a special way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. A group of 5 and one more is 6. So right here we have 6 cents. If we didn't want to carry all of these pennies in our pocket to the store, we can make a trade. Do you know what coin we could trade 5 pennies for? What coin did we say that's worth 5 cents? It's the nickel. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. So we could go like this. 1, trade it in our bank up here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I could bring 5 pennies to the bank. and they would give me a nickel back, and that would also be the 5 cents. So 5, 6. I still have 6 cents there. Isn't that cool that you could trade them in? Okie dokie, boys and girls, that's all I have for you today. Remember, today is Choice Day. I can't wait to see what you choose to send me and what you're working hard on at home. See you next time. Bye-bye.